Let's go.
So, Big Ben, you're a golf guy, right?
I am. Did Roy close it out today? Let me know. Did he?
We'll get into that a little bit. I want to give you a golf analogy.
Okay.
The ACC, March Madness, they are like the PGA Tour.
Okay. Continue.
Because when the tournament comes and there's better competition and better players, they're going to get exposed like PGA Tour players that play in tournaments with live players.
Ooh.
Rory hasn't won a national since 2014, and your Duke Blue Devils haven't won a title since 2015. Run away from the ACC.
Rory,
run.
That analogy, Rory and Duke being synonymous in terms of golfers and NCAA men's basketball teams, is perfect. Like, people either love Rory or they love to hate him. They think he's too prim and proper, maybe like, say, Duke, and he's not rough around the edges. Like, they say he's robotic. Go on the Live Tour, they're having fun. That's for sure. They're like the SEC.
Hey, go to a state school and you're having fun.
you cannot not have fun.
And welcome to Big Ben and K Winn. Each week we broadcast live on nofilter.net, YouTube TV. More of an audio podcast person? Don't worry. Download, listen, subscribe, 5 stars, anywhere you get your podcast. Today, we're talking March Madness. I'm K Winn. He's Big Ben. Let's go.
Okay, Magic Mind. If you haven't forgotten, we are big promoters of probably the best supplement, mind, body, spirit, out there on the market today. Ingredients sourced, they'll let you look into it. I take mine, and I think what it's become a habitual just event for me. It's become a tradition. It's become this, God, I feel good every morning just because of Magic Mind. I'm thankful for Magic Mind. I'm grateful for Magic Mind. You can either scan that QR code. What did I miss, K1, on Magic Mind?
You get 20% off. MagicMind.com/Big Ben K Winn 20. Use Big Ben K Winn 20 at checkout. Get 20%. We love it, but you know who else loves it?
Who?
Go onto their website. We're not making this up. Rufus Del Sol.
Ooh.
We've been using Magic Mind in the studio together for the past 6 or so months working on this record. It's become a ritual to take it together and dive deep into the creative process, the clarity, the focus, flow. We get it from without messing with our sleep patterns. It is a game changer. And also Pete Holmes, you know him. He's an actor. He's a comedian. For years now, Magic Mind has been like my own personal, magical, mythical beast that sets loose to destroy my procrastination, lethargy, and brain fog. But unlike a mythical beast, it tastes really good.
Wow. Who is the mythical beast of the NCAA tournament? Who is the mythical beast? Like, who's the one where you're like, it was Auburn for a bit for me.
I think it still is.
You think it's still, why?
Because everyone on the roster is like closer to renting a car at 25 than they are 18. They've got 3 25-year-olds, 2 22-year-olds. They might even have a 26-year-old. I think they're the mythical beast just because they've been on top for most of the year. They have 16 quad 1 wins. They've beaten everyone, everywhere. They've got the experience. They've got the depth, and they play tough physical basketball in the best conference of all.
You have to have a theory in picking games in NCAA, or you can just do the, onesie twosies, I like this mascot and so forth, this color, whatever it may be. But if your theory is the older team wins, that's probably not a bad one. Let's be honest. And the big thing about that is the older guys are generally in the portal and they're sought after. So, and Auburn probably has a decent chunk of NIL money they're putting around.
Oh yeah.
Who would be able to slay the proverbial mythical beast, though?
There's a lot of teams that can beat Auburn.
All right.
I'm going to give you 4 upsets in 4 regions, Big Ben. I know you didn't do your homework, but I did. Don't worry.
No, I got you.
In the East, we're going Akron Zips over the University of Arizona Wildcats. The Zips have Nate Johnson, MAC Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. He's going to show out and beat the Wildcats. Tommy Lloyd, Caleb Love, they're all inconsistent. You know that game that Caleb Love had during the regular season where he went 3 for 14? Well, you're going to see it this week because he's going to be off, ice cold, and the Zips are winning. And that is my first upset pick.
Hold on, quick comment on that. Akron came back from 18 down to win their conference title game. So that's in terms of a momentum play. That's a big one. The other part, I always like teams that are picking up a couple hours of sleep. So Akron, Ohio, what they're picking up 2 hours of sleep. Arizona, same. Wait, is Arizona? Did they spring forward yet? Where are they at?
I don't think they have it, right?
Yeah, they're confused, right? They're going to lose the game. They won't know what time it is.
I mean, what time it is.
Exactly.
Moving to the South, I've got New Mexico over Marquette. It's a 10-7, not a big upset, but I still like it. Donovan Dent last year had 6 points. They lost by 20 to Clemson, who went to the Elite Eight. He remembers that all offseason. This year, he's averaging 20 points a game. He's going head-to-head against Cam Jones and Marquette. Donovan Dent and New Mexico Aggies and Rick Pitino. I don't know if he's a junior. I think he's just
easy. New Mexico State Aggies. New Mexico Lobos, my friend.
Lobos.
It's okay.
That is correct.
That's all right.
Moving on, Midwest. I've got McNeese State. I might even butcher that name, beating Clemson. McNeese. Go back and rewind. I don't believe in the ACC. You shouldn't either. They're beating the Clemson Tigers. You're a social media guy. You're an Instagram guy. Have you seen the viral clips of the manager on McNeese State?
Yes.
He's got the boom box. That's just good juju coming into the tournament. There's team, there's camaraderie, and Clemson's run last year is not going to happen this year. And you know why? Because they've got Will Wade. He's a great coach. He may bend the rules a little bit. That's why he's at McNeese State right now, but he can still coach. Last but not least, I am going in the West. I'm going Drake over Mizzou. Drake played great defense, and they got this guy named Bennett Stritz. He can stuff the stats all over the stat sheet. Those are my 4 upsets in 4 regions. If you want to pick them, you should at least bet them.
Yeah. I don't fault any of those. Can I give you just a couple matchups that I believe are ones I'll be watching? Gonzaga, Georgia.
Yeah.
First rounder, SEC team. Georgia's hung tough in that conference. First of all, do we have any? There's 14 SEC teams. There's no SEC matchups, is there?
No. The committee was smart and they staggered it. But in the second round, there could be a lot. There could be a lot.
And you know what's interesting to me? You know how they play like the Big Ten versus ACC matchups early in the year. You know, you can kind of get a gauge where teams are. Like, it's so far along in the year now that like 2 different teams, right, could play out. But what I'm intrigued at, I think the coaching matchup in the first round between Bill Self and John Calipari. I said Arkansas. K Winn, you didn't believe me. They're going to get to the second round. Yeah. Kansas. So here's what they're going to do. Was the Croatian that I called out? I forget his name. He's going to exploit Mr.
Big Z.
Big Z, Mr. 7th-year left-handed Dickerson, who is a clothes hanger at best, that can put up 20 and 10. But I mean, he's that is the first or second intriguing game to me, and the third is K Winn. I'd like to say High Point because they're going to beat Purdue in a 13-4 matchup, but that's not it.
Okay.
The play-in game for first year in a little while, I always talked about 2 blue bloods. I wouldn't consider San Diego State a blue blood, but San Diego State versus North Carolina. North Carolina could make a run. Okay. Could make a run. Figure it out, Hubert Davis. Figure it out. I haven't had enough time to evaluate the entirety, but I just saw that coaching matches of Bill Self versus Calipari in the first round.
Great.
Wonderful.
Hated more, Duke Blue Devil players or Purdue Boilermakers?
I don't think anyone would be like. I'd say a decent chunk of the people that follow sports in the country would be able to pick out Cooper Flagg in a lineup or at least walking down the street. The only Purdue player I could think of in recent memory that anyone would notice would maybe be Zach Edey.
Zach Edey, Braden Smith, they're all hated. No. Not as much as Duke, but I'm just saying a lot of people hate on Purdue.
Why do they?
I don't know why.
Because they're smart? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, they're engineers.
They probably hate going there to play. It's kind of like people hated the Cougs because no one would go to Pullman to play. It stunk getting there. That's probably the same play with, where are they? South Bend? Lafayette?
They're West Lafayette, Purdue.
Wherever the heck that
Great
is.
engineering school.
Wonderful engineering school. But you go hide it somewhere so no one can find it so that you go to class. It's not a state school, that's for sure. Definitely not a state school.
What does Mark Few, Tommy Lloyd, and the Purdue Boilermakers have in common? They can't win the big game. Whoa! Wow. Hey, are you ready to have some fun here? Yeah. I know you didn't do your homework, but you're going to like this game here.
Okay.
We're going to play a game called Which Team Will Go Further? But here's the interesting point. I'm comparing 5 football teams to their basketball teams. So before I get into this, you would say that the 12-team playoff in the college football playoff is like the Sweet 16, correct?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to give you the football team and how they did, and then I'm going to give you the basketball team, and you're going to say if they go further than the football team. Is that fair?
See. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, we'll start with Georgia Bulldogs. In football, they were number 2. They got the bye, so they were in the Elite 8, and they lost to Notre Dame. Their basketball team is a 9 seed in the Midwest. Will their basketball team get to the Elite 8 or better?
Elite 8 or better? No.
Yeah, no chance. They're going out round 1 to the Zags.
Okay. Go on.
All right, Texas, number 5 in football. They were at the top of the polls all year. Lost the SEC game, so that's why they got to the 5th seed. They lost in the Final Four. They lost to Ohio State. Will the basketball team, which is an 11 seed, play-in game in the Midwest, playing Carolina, will they get to the Final Four or better?
They're playing Xavier. And this will be a testament to how good the SEC is or is not, effectively. A game like this, Xavier wins. Granted, Texas probably was the last team in from the SEC. But if they win, they play Illinois, a 6th seed, out of the Big Ten. And I might take an 11 seed out of the SEC over, if you know what I'm saying, just based on the you can't put the 14th best team in the SEC at a 6th seed. It just doesn't calculate, doesn't work. They have to win 2 games?
They would have to get to the Final Four. That's what the football team did.
Shaka Smart, Final Four. Let's see. You beat Xavier.
No, Shaka's at Marquette. It's some guy who might get fired.
Okay. If you put Sark at the helm, maybe. At this pace, no.
All right, Clemson. They were a 12 seed, the last one to get in the football playoff. They lost to Texas, so they lost in the Sweet 16. Their basketball team did beat Duke earlier in the year. They're a 5 seed in the Midwest. Can they get to the Sweet 16?
Yes, absolutely. Look at this. So Clemson, here's the thing about Clemson. They've never been there like back-to-back years. Now they have, and they made a run last year. Like, you can carry that momentum. That's the reason you see a lot of the same Michigan State all the time. Like, Izzo just knows how to get his guys there to a Sweet 16. So, I mean, at the end of the day, yes, they'll be fine. They'll win 2 games.
Yeah, Clemson has a lot of the same guys back. They've been there. They've done that. Looking good. All right, Tennessee, my Vols. They were a 9 seed in football. Got smoked by Ohio State in the first round. So they lost in the Sweet 16. Their basketball team is number 2 in the Midwest. They were number 1 at some point in the season. Can they get to the Sweet 16 or better?
Yes.
I agree.
Nah. Utah State's good.
Wow.
Shh. Hey, Ken.
I think they can. They got Sakai Ziegler, point God. And they got this transfer. What's his name? Kaz Lanier. They did it last year with the transfer. Dalton Connect. They got Kaz Lanier. I think they can go to the Sweet 16. I think they can go to the Final Four.
I agree. What's the thing called where can I get the overall athletic department? I think it's the Commissioner's Cup.
You know what? I've seen commercials, but I'm not sure what that's.
Okay, I think this has a lot to do with the Commissioner Cup. So yeah, these teams like Tennessee, Georgia, all those guys. All right.
So we have Georgia, no. Texas, no. Clemson, yes. Tennessee, yes. They can go further than their football teams. Oregon
Correct.
Ducks, they were number 1 in the country.
Ooh.
They lost to Ohio State in the Elite Eight. And so Dana Altman and the Ducks are a 5 seed in the East. Can they get to the Elite Eight or better?
So I will be in Seattle to see both Arizona and Oregon play, which will be enjoyable. My answer to you,
Daddy.
My answer to you would be
Big Ben's thinking it over. He's got his daughter in the room. He's trying to cheat and ask her for some help in basketball. Dana Altman does do well in the tournament. He changes his defense. He gets his players playing at a high level late in the year, not early in the year. So there is a shot. Big Ben, what do you think? Do the Ducks go further than their football team?
no.
I agree.
No, I don't think they do.
All right, should we pick our Final Four and our winners?
Yes, Final Four winners. And
before I do that, if you were going to be gambling this year during the tournament, not that you are or you ever would, if someone came to you and said SEC versus the field, which side would you take?
SEC.
Wow. So you want to give me the field?
Sure. Double or nothing on the Lakers. Hey, I'm asking you nicely. Please stop that.
We got a lot of excitement. It's March Madness.
She's going crazy. She's going crazy. She can't handle herself right now. All right. Final Four.
Yeah, what do you got?
Okay. I'm looking at my Final Four right now. Out of the West, I'm going to go St. John's.
Okay.
I'm going to go Auburn out of the South.
Okay.
I'm going to roll with Clemson.
Okay.
Out of the Midwest.
All right.
And I got to go, God, injuries.
Yeah.
2 seed Bama. Let's go Bama.
Okay.
Back.
Then and let's go.
Let's go Auburn, Bama. Let's
Bama,
go.
SEC. And who's going to win it?
The game's going to go 12 overtimes. No.
Okay.
God, they've split they've split, right?
Yeah, I think so. Regular season.
Where's the Final Four at? Like it
It's
matters if it's regional wise. They're both from the same state. Auburn. Bruce Pearl.
Auburn, your national championship. Bruce Pearl. I do believe it's like a 30-year-old anniversary since he won it at Southern Illinois or something like that. I don't know. All right, I'm going Michigan State in the South, Wisconsin in the East, Tennessee in the Midwest.
Big Ten.
No chalky bracket here. And Florida in the West.
Ooh,
I'm going
that's
Florida, Wisconsin in the final game. I'm going Gators winning it all. You need NBA-style players. You know that's my theory. And Walter Clayton Jr., he's a first-team All-American. He's moving up the draft boards. He can create space. He can score. He can play D. He can dish. And also, they have Alex Condon, a big 6'11" big who can do it all. You can play through him. The Gators got the talent. They got the defense. They got the coach. They got the energy.
Time out.
My friend says.
You just took the field, but yet you're picking the SEC to win.
If you're not a Gator fan, you're just Gator bait.
I guess there would be controversy around the Gators this year, but I mean through that, maybe
innocent till proven guilty.
Yeah, maybe you get through. You work through the issues within the team and kind of some of the coaching. But I guess
you know what solves a little controversy? Winning.
Oof. Hey, you know what's funny? Is the SEC just all four? You get 4 Final Four all SEC teams.
Yeah.
Like that, as you know, like TV contracts coming up, NIL money, like Super League might start and end with the SEC.
Yeah.
Like you might see like okay, USC, we get opt-in. Oregon, Washington, maybe. We don't need any Bay Area teams. Like
garbage. I mean, I can't go the field against the SEC because the SEC has too many teams.
Too many good teams. You're right.
That would be a sucker's bet. If I took that, you should say, K Winn, I can't do that. In good faith, I can't let you take the field.
Gosh, have you been to first round NCAA games?
Not first round. I've been to Final Four.
Okay, first round is I would Final Four is the anticipation leading up to it is massive, right? There's so many people. Like it's in the Alamo Dome. You can barely see. Like you go to a first round game and get a tight game, and that's where you get the diehards there, right? You don't get the I didn't go to this. Fans. Yeah, get the bandwagon guys. I didn't go to the school. I just want to go to a Final Four to bingo, experience bingo. So I'm excited due to the fact that we have regional teams like Arizona and Oregon in Seattle with a little flavor from who else we got? Memphis, Maryland, and then my other flyer here, this Grand Canyon.
Yeah. That was my other pick. That was my other upset. Where's my other upset? Grand Canyon over Maryland.
I think Grand Canyon can get to the Sweet 16.
Yes.
They're a WAC school. But we've seen crazier things.
I know.
And I don't even think they're a school, are they? Oh, I think they have like an offshoot campus next to ASU.
Yeah.
Am I right in that?
It's a commuter school, I think.
It is.
But they got some big donor to build like a facility for baseball and basketball. They've got athletics.
You probably sign off on your tuition that 50% of it's going to athletics anyway. The Jackalopes.
Yes.
The Jackalopes.
All right. Should we get out of here?
Well, I'm going to jackalope out here, yeah.
Before you get out of here, I want to talk to you about Pete Holmes. I said it before. I'll say it again. He's a Magic Mind brand ambassador. So is Rufus Del Sol. Pete Holmes, for years now, Magic Mind is like my own personal magical, mythical beast that I set loose to destroy my procrastination, lethargy, brain fog. But unlike a mythical beast, it takes really good. It doesn't take really good. It tastes really good.
Is a mythical beast your brain?
Can be.
Could be. Should be. Mine's a mythical beast.
Yeah.
What's going on up there? Magic Mind just straightens it out.
It does. Don't forget, Big Ben K Winn 20. You get 20% off. Matt Mullenweg, incorporating Magic Mind into my daily routine. Incorporating Magic Mind into my daily routine has become a ritual that fuels my productivity and creativity. I'm productive and creative because I use Magic Mind, and so does Big Ben.
Your picks aren't creative.
My bits are really creative.
Don't steal my bits. Oh,
I'm coming up to Seattle.
You are?
Yeah,
Monday.
2 years.
Monday. I haven't seen you. When's the last time I did see you?
My wedding, 2.5 years ago.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Holy guacamole. All right.
What are we eating?
Okay. We're going to go to either Chicken Supply, which is like really like chicken done like 14 different ways. Very good, but like accoutrements in and around it. That's really good. And then there's a little outdoor kind of runaround area where you take it and hang out, and there's good drinks, good vibes, neighborhood type thing. Madden could maybe come meet us. Or there's a burger joint, which is indoors. So it's kind of it's indoors, and it's got smash burgers. It's got all kind of things. It's kind of Western theme. It's good.
Is it going to be raining?
I don't know, K Winn. At least like
go to the chicken place. I'm trying to cut down on my red meat.
You want to go Chicken Supply? All right, deal. We'll do it.
Is it like just chicken tenders?
You'll see. There's like different, like you can get skewers, you can get tenders, you can get. It's kind of like this. We can present chicken in so many different ways, but you're gonna love it, no matter what. Sauces, lots of sauces.
Love it.
And then the man will probably be there. It's like right up the street from his house. It's called Finney Station. It's got indoor, outdoor pinball. Kids run around. You kind of sit there.
Dad lives in Ballard?
He lives in Finney Ridge.
How close is Finney Ridge to Ballard? Like 20 minutes?
No, 5, 10.
Oh, wow.
Okay. We're not in LA, dude. We can get neighborhood to neighborhood in like 10 minutes.
I don't know. The Seattle traffic's pretty bad.
Only on a Friday.
I got to leave now just to get there tomorrow at 5.
5 o'clock. We'll see you.
Yeah.
We'll fill out a bracket in person. No look.
Let's do it.
$10 in between the Jen's coming, right?
No, just me.
Oh, geez.
It's a work trip.
Okay, cool. That might be just me and you. And
No, I want to hang out with Chris.
Karis.
Roy.
Karis. You'll come
and
over.
Sharp, not you.
Come over for a bit, and then we'll go out.
Okay, perfect. Is
All right,
Gail
boom.
coming?
My mom's not coming. Come on. You want her to come down and go? Come down for you?
She'd do better at the bracket than you would.
Oh, I'll tempt her with a bracket. She might come down. Boom.
Oh.